We love our brothers and sisters, but let's face it, sibling spats are a part of life. In fact, experts say that rivalry is not only inevitable, it can also be kind of healthy.
But the constant bickering can really test your patience as a parent and make you lose your mind sometimes. So what can you do? AMY McCREADY is a Today Mom's contributor and author of If I Have to Tell You One More Time. And Jennifer Hartstein is a child and adolescent, a psychologist, easy for me to say, and author of Princess Recovery. Lovely to see you, ladies.
Yeah. Thank you. I've never known any siblings that haven't had some sort of rivalry, fight, spat. So there's nothing unusual that we're discussing.
But that confuses me because rivalry is different than spats.
Fighting.
So am I wrong or?
No, you know, there's some level of competition and rivalry is inevitable. I mean, think about from the moment that new baby comes home from the hospital, you know, everything changes for the other sibling. Now they're competing for mom and dad's time and attention. So some is normal and it's healthy because it helps them learn to navigate conflict and relationships as they get older.
It's often the first relationship that they have, so they're going to learn how to be socially appropriate with that sibling. And so the rivalry part is we're going to vie for whose attention we can get more, and so that's where the rivalry comes from. I want your attention as my parents, so how am I going to get it? And if that means, you know, giving an elbow to my sibling or pushing them over, then I get it.
And the age gap sometimes matters as well. If there's 3 or 4 years versus 1 or 2.
And also if they're different sexes, I would think as well.
Yeah, typically, you know, for kids who are closer in age and often the same sex, there tends to be more competition and rivalry.
Twins?
It's funny with twins because they love each other dearly, but there is this intense rivalry that comes with twins because there's this, you know, competition for mom and dad's attention, and there's also that feeling that kids have that someone else is preferred.
Right, and being in the individuality, like how am I going to show who I am, especially with twins, of being separate but equal to my sibling.
One of the things that starts a lot of fights, spats, or whatnot is toys and sharing and those kind of things. And usually in our house it was no, everybody shares. What's yours is theirs, what's theirs is yours. Is that the right way to go about it?
Well, I would say that yes and no. Okay, so sometimes we want to encourage sharing, we want to encourage pro-social behavior, and at the same time, it's okay to say, you don't have to share that. If I got this really great special toy, and my mom then comes and says, you need to share it with Amy, when I just got it, well, it's mine. I don't want to share it. And what happens? We have an argument. If I got a new technology gadget and Amy came over and goes, let me see it, you don't expect me to just hand it over to her. So
why not?
Why?
Well, because if I just got it, I haven't even figured it out.
You want to teach your children that, yes, you're going to get it back, but show it to them.
No, I agree. But showing it to them is different than giving it to them to play with. And oftentimes what parents do is they come and they say, well, just share it with her. Let her play with it, too. But why can't I have it? Why can't I have something that's mine?
Maybe that's what's wrong with our world, Jennifer. Maybe, I'm just...
I clearly didn't learn how to play in the sandbox effectively, but I do think that it's okay to say that's yours, and when you're ready to share it, please do. But when we swoop in as adults in these children's lives and say, give it, now I have no sense of agency of even wanting to share it because someone always tells me I have to.
And kids get real territorial. When you force them to share, then they become territorial over their stuff and they don't want to. And they learn that sharing doesn't feel good. But if you say, you know, she will happily give you a turn when she's ready. As Jen said, it becomes her choice. And then she feels better about it and learns that sharing is a nice thing.
I was never attached to things that much. And I think part of it was because my parents were always making us give everything away. I don't care. Yeah, it makes you not really care that much. Go ahead.
The one thing that my mom did, I think, that was really, really smart was I have an older brother, and then she got pregnant again. And so there was a boy and a girl. And then my mom got pregnant. We didn't know what the baby was going to be, boy or girl. And my mom said to me, because she wanted me to love that baby, not be threatened by it. She always called it. She let me in on touching the baby and talking to it, and she would say, "Guess what? Aren't you so excited? Our baby's come. Our baby's going to be here, and just when you wake up, our baby.
You feel part of it.
And I tell you, my sister and I are so close to this day. We had 1 year. One of her friends will remember my senior year in high school and her sophomore year, when she goes, "I have a mother, thank you." But it was only 1 year where it was a problem. Otherwise, I took care of her like she was my own.
Right. And I think one of the things that's also important is that parents want to include all the children in any new sibling that's coming. And at the same time, it's so important to give some individual time to the sibling that's there.
Time.
Each kid needs some special time with their parents.
No parent has these days, do they? It seems like
time is tough.
Yeah, but that's actually one of the most important things that you can do to minimize a sibling rivalry is that one-on-one time. You'll reduce sibling rivalry, and you'll also make them more cooperative at other times.
And feel very valued.
Ladies, thank you. Thank you so much.
You.
I'm not allowed to put your time anymore.